Have you ever had a problem and you just decided to be the change that you wish to see? Well, you can relate to our guest tonight, Marketa George, who is an innovative educator and also a newly emancipated educator. You heard that right. Marketa has walked out of her school as a building principal in order to promote herself to her purpose. I know you will love her journey and just to hear about how you can support her as she moves further. Join us tonight. Why, hello. Welcome, everyone. I am Tierra Reed, the owner of Inspire, Engage, and Educate. And I'm super excited to bring you another episode of the Emancipated Educator. So, with that being said, I know you saw the intro. We have a dynamic guest tonight who is not only a friend that is near and dear to my heart. I want to take time out to really introduce her. I have seen Marketa do extraordinary things with little. Okay. When I tell you, Marketa, not only in the school that she just emancipated herself from, but everywhere that I've seen her, she's been dynamic and been innovative and truly has been a beacon of hope and light in the community. So I am super excited to hear more about your journey, hear about the moments that you were emancipated, and just say welcome. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself.
Thank you so much, Reed. You and I, we go back 14 years to the crazy days, to the heydays, and now to see you doing such amazing work also inspires and encourages me on my emancipated journey. So, hello. I'm so excited. Let's do this.
Oh my goodness. So yes, let's jump in. Let's jump in literally like how you jump, right? You took that huge leap of faith. So of course I am the educational Oprah. So it's only right that I get the exclusive. Hey out there. So thank you. Marketa is amazing. Absolutely very proud. Yes. So I really ask you guys while the night is going on and while we have this discussion, this isn't just us talking. We want you to please share your questions and comments below because we're talking about something that is impacting us all. Marketa, I'm so proud of you. So can you just start off telling us about your journey and what made you take this huge leap of, leaving your school and emancipating yourself?
So, Tierra, a few things have transpired that allowed me to think differently. The first thing is I have a friend named Anthony, and Anthony has been very inspirational with regards to helping me to change the way I think. And one day I was complaining, I was griping about how tired I was and how I was feeling unfulfilled in a job that I absolutely adored. And he stopped me in my tracks and he said, "Well, what do you desire?" And I simply said to him, "I desire to feel Monday through Friday like I feel on Saturday, where I can wake up and be at peace. I'm not hitting the ground rolling. I have time to meditate, to breathe, to set a tone for my day." And he said, "Well, if that is what you desire, what are you going to do about it?" He planted the seed. But Reed, if I could be honest, I had a family member, her name is Audrey, and she planted the seed 20 years ago. She said, "Keita, you know what? You could have your own school." I was like, "No, ma'am, that is not what I want to do." 20 years later, I am the owner, operator, and CEO of Keys Primary Academy, the Readiness School. And so there have been several things that have happened to me to usher me into this new echelon of thinking. And I am so super excited that fear did not stop me. I've never been afraid of anything. However, I come from a working family, ma'am. People who clock in every single day. And so for me to take this kind of step to change the game for future educators, for current educators, but most importantly for the children that I am raising, it took a big leap of faith. I don't want them to think that they'd have to go and clock in on somebody's job. We are not planners, we are thinkers, and we are creators.
You know what, George, I just want to speak on what you just said and just recap for our audience. So you talked about, I want to go back to when you said your family member 20 years ago, right? You talked about a seed being planted and not unbeknownst to you, it's growing, it's growing, it's growing. You know, every time that you're getting uncomfortable, it's growing, it's growing. And I just want to really remind you of something I shared with you from Lisa Nichols, No Matter What, right? And she gives this example of when she was listening to Les Brown, and he gave that parable about the dog. And I've been using that parable about the dog as well. So basically, audience or girlfriends and anybody's listening, the parable goes as there was a dog that was laying on a nail, and the dog was moaning so loud. The neighbors all wanted to know what's wrong with the dog. And the lady said the dog is laying on a nail. But guess what? Why won't he just get up? Well, she said that it hurts only enough for him to moan, but not enough for him to move. So when I think about you and I think about all of these years that you have been growing that seed, not even knowing, right? All these incredible things you've been doing in the community. When you and I met, just thinking about how it was just wet paint, right? Energy begets energy. And knowing that at this moment, you were supposed to be where you are. So our steps are just ordered, and sometimes it just takes that last straw. Yes, 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 yes. So when you talking about you are creating this school and you want everybody to understand that it is possible to become emancipated. But I want to be honest about this whole emancipated mindset, because you know you watched me go through it. You watched me in my ups, my downs, my everything, right? But what you did not know is that when I decided in 2019 to walk away from my collegiate job, I'm talking about my check that was coming every 2 weeks, right? My for sure money, not even knowing it was going to be a pandemic behind, to come in 2020. But I said to you, George, you got this new school. I want to come and support you. And you may not even know, but you were the deciding factor when I said, am I truly going to do this? Will people truly choose me? And I'm not going to get emotional, but I want you to understand. Don't you do it. You chose me. And I am elated to announce tonight that I chose you to be my first of many edupreneur recipients of a certification. You heard me tonight. This is the young lady or the full-grown woman that's doing dynamic things that will be my first graduate. And I'm so emotional because if I had to select anybody, it would be you. Because George, I remember our conversations and I know you were scared for me. But just like you were scared for me and you saw me get through it, oh my goodness, I'm going to watch you grow through it. And I'm super excited. So, George, I want you to talk a little bit more of other steps have you taken. And I want you to give maybe even some advice for someone who may be thinking about doing something different. So, and I want to just go ahead and say that, guys, we're not telling you to leave your job today. That is a misconception. But what we are saying is you have to choose you. We labor 9 months as educators for somebody else's child, for someone else's dreams. When you gonna come first? When you gonna put yours first? So, oh my goodness. I want you to share a little bit more. And guys, please ask some questions, comments. We want to see you. Go ahead, Marketa.
Well, Reed, before I go into the steps that I have taken, again, I just want to tell you thank you. because you also have been instrumental in the decision that I have made. It took a lot of courage for you to step out of your comfort zone and do this work as well. And as long as you were offering this service, I was going to have you at my school, because for 14 years, I have stood 10 toes down for you because I believe in you. I believe in your zest and your zeal for the work that you do. And my teachers and my students have benefited tremendously from your work. So I knew what I was investing in, ma'am. I knew the person that I was investing in. And above all, as African American women, we have to have allegiance to one another. So thank you for being awesome and amazing, my friend. Now, let me jump into the steps that I've taken. So, Reed, as we've already shared, those seeds were planted. And once I started to understand thoughts turn into things, I started thinking differently. And I just happened to be online one night and I ran across this emancipated educator. She probably doesn't even know that's what she is, but I'm here to tell her that is exactly what she is. Her name is Cindy Lumpkin. And she also left the public school setting and started her own private school. Her story encouraged me so. And I said, well, if God could do it for her, surely he could do it for me with the passion and the integrity that I have for these babies. And so from there, Rita just started just falling into place, from getting the name. You know how hard it is to find a business name that is available, to doing the research on how to solidify the name, to now buying books about small business owners, and then of course being a part of your Emancipated Educator process. And the fact that I'm graduating this Saturday is unbelievable. So the main thing is doing the research, understanding my vision, understanding God put me through all of these things to sit right here, right now, to be with you talking about my dreams. It has not been easy, my friend. And I almost talked myself out of it. But it's a lot of negative self-talk that we all have to endure. And sometimes we have to shut ourselves down. So that's the work that I have continuously done. A lot of praying, a lot of meditating, and partnering with people who are visionaries, people who are creators, people who are not afraid to be different. In order to be odd, in order to be number one, you're gonna have to be odd. And that is what I stand on. So, and I'm still doing it. We're still walking this journey together. You're still teaching me. I'm still learning. Other business owners have partnered with me, and I'm just excited for this journey.
Wow. Oh, nothing but love out there. Nothing but love out there. Yay. So when you begin to talk, and I'm trying to call you Marketa, but you know you George all day to me. All of us that have been in the education industry at any point in your life, you know we go by last names. It's love. So I'm just thinking about the first moment that I met you, and immediately we jailed. And we didn't jail because we always saw things the same way. We jailed because we were authentic with our honesty with each other. And so I want you to understand that you have not only been a friend to me, you have been a sister to me. You have been a counselor to me. You have been someone who's calm during my storm. And I just want to thank you. And I want to hope that I can be that and continue to be that for you. So let's go back to it's Saturday and Teachers' Dreams Matter, because that's what's also going on. We have a workshop for other educators that have selected to go ahead and dive forward into their own dreams. And that negative self-talk is something that we're going to tackle. So I want to hear a little bit about the affirmations that you've sculpted around, because that's a strategy that when you do have that negative self-talk, what are some of the things that you tell yourself to remind you of who you are? Because you are uniquely and divinely made, right? You are made to be a tremendous help. Your purpose is to help others. So I just really want to hear, what are your affirmations? What are some of the things that you say that you can share with us?
Read one thing that I am constantly reminded of is that I stand on the shoulders of some pretty awesome women in my family. Hardworking women, women who did not take any mess from anyone. And so because of them, and I don't even know if they understand the impact that they've had on my life, but they cultivated leadership within me. And so I have to dig deep back down to that little girl, that fearless girl. You know, when we were kids, we weren't afraid to do anything, jump off of anything, say anything, we were unafraid. Well, something happens when we cross over into adulthood. We become more fearful. We become more comfortable, complacent. And so, I remind myself, number one, I am more than a conqueror. Number two, I can do all things through Christ. Number three, and I have to sometimes ask my daughter, I had to ask her today before she got out of the car to go to work, what's your last name? Because my last name is George, ma'am. And I stand on the shoulders of the George women in my family who have been such impactful women. So I meditate a lot. Sometimes you got to quiet your mind. Sometimes you just have to quiet your mind and remind yourself of who you truly are, not who the world calls you, not who that your ex-husband called you, not who your kids call you sometimes. You have to remind yourself of who you call you. Destined, amazing, built for this. You know, you have to remind yourself because it gets hard, but the hardest work happens up here. When we want things to manifest, we are the ones to make those things manifest. And so it's about positive self-talk. The world will not lift us up. We have to sometimes uplift ourselves. And so that is the work that has to be done daily, Reed, in order to make it in what we do and what everybody does in order to be creators.
Wow, you dropped some gems. And as you can see, the audience is reacting to that. Go, friends. I need you to subscribe. I need you to comment. Thank you guys so much. And I also want you to continue adding to the conversation. So as you were talking, George, I started thinking about what it takes to be fearless in the midst of your most fearful moments, right? It's easier to actually go with your fear as opposed to ride with your faith. But we know that time and time again, I stop worrying about it because I'm telling you, he already done worked it out. And I tell everybody that. I'm telling you, once I have my good cry about it, because it's really good to cleanse and to let your emotions out. I don't know who made that rule up that you don't supposed to get emotional cry. Once you cleanse yourself and you go ahead, whether it's Jesus, God, whoever you call upon, that's higher than yourself, everything is in divine order. And I love the way you talked about manifesting those things. So it definitely starts with your mindset. So to be emancipated starts within your mind. If you can see it, you can do it. And for your school, 20 years ago when somebody spoke that, you didn't see it then, but it's clear as day today. So I want you to talk about those ways that you've transitioned yourself, because I will be honest, once you move out of an indoctrinated industry that we've spent so much time in, you're accustomed to someone giving you a schedule, right? telling you what to do when, right? When can you go to the bathroom? When your class is going to change? When is lunch? I need to be here, there. And how does it feel to own your label? Because when you own your label, you own your time. How does that feel? Tell me, how are you working through that?
It is time to thrive and not strive. Strive equates to hard work. I don't know who made us think that we had to go and slave on somebody else's job in order to be successful. I do not want to do it anymore. So the level of freedom that I have right now is worth it. Rita had a conversation with one of my cousins Sunday. And he said, "So Keita, what are you doing?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He said, "I see all these Instagram posts and I'm trying to figure out what you're doing." In other words, you got a secure job. It's sustaining you. What are you doing? He wasn't quite ready yet. So the one thing that we always have to remember, Reed, is your vision is not for everybody else to see. Reed, these are my glasses. You can't see out of my prescription, but I can. And so those are the kinds of things that will hinder your progress, is when people don't understand, or and they mean well, they love you. They want you to be okay. They want you to make sure you can provide for yourself. But understanding this level of freedom causes you to grind harder, but you're grinding for yourself. You're grinding doing something that you are passionate about. Your grind will be televised because it's something that you want to do. Can't nobody tell me about Keys Primary Academy because it's my school. Can't nobody tell me what to do at Keys, how to do it at Keys, because I'm the CEO. And there is nothing more powerful than that.
And might I add, your strategies are tried and true. You've done it for others. Why not do it for you? Okay. So when you know, we talked a little bit about it. We talked about this freedom that you have, but I also, as being 5 years under my belt, one thing that I do want to say that I learned the hard way. And you already had that level of discipline way back when, and you still have it now. Making sure that we make those moments for ourselves within our day, because our ideas are moving and moving. And it's nothing like coming up with the idea and creating the path yourself and getting it done. There's nothing like it. But understanding also that when you look at your day, you block out those times for things that you want to have done for you. Making sure you map out things that you want to get done, and understanding that, guess what? You're not on anybody's time clock. You're on your own. So instead of saying, I've got to get it done by this week or this month, you can do it by quarter. There are 3 months in a quarter. You can say, okay, I want to roll something out Q2 or Q3 or Q4. And guess what? If it doesn't happen during that time, it will. Because just because a blessing is delayed doesn't mean that it's denied. And I'm challenging all of you, if you are in the Atlanta area and you want to hear more about not only Marketa's journey, but how you can transition your own mindset, we challenge you to join us at the Teachers Dreams Matter workshop in Atlanta. And I will be very honest with you. I went back and forth. Should I charge people? Should it be free? And the reason why I decided for it not to be free is because when you pay attention. And I'm just going to be honest with you, because a lot of times we go and we invest our time knowing that, you know, we're investing our time, and really time is way more precious than money, but we still don't implement. But when you put your money behind it, you will. I'm a witness. I've invested globs and globs of money just so I can make sure that I'm here to support my girlfriend when she's ready. So, George, I want you to share with us before we end this. There's something else that you must say and that is on your heart with anybody. Share with anyone who may be in your predicament, because people have to understand you're doing something that everyone that loves you, they want to protect you. How can they protect you? Because they can protect you by supporting you. How would you love for their support to show up?
Well, Reed, continue to show up just like you all did tonight. Thank you. And also, don't be afraid to help me. I mean, sweat equity wise, hands-on help. Continue to pray that God will do what he does best in allowing these things to manifest the way they are supposed to. When I need someone to come and read to the babies, show up and be mystery readers. My school is a nonprofit, and so we benefit from donations. You may not have anything now, but set aside a few dollars for our babies so that they can also grow and develop and thrive the way they deserve to. And spread the word. My school is Keys Primary Academy, the readiness school, and it is for students in grades K through second, and it will be located in the Paulding County area. So continue to keep us lifted up in your prayers. Text, call, email, do what you do, but stay connected, because it's those connections that grow relationships that turn into family. I think that's it, Reed.
So, guys, what I think I did, and I hope I did out there, is shared with you an email that you actually, an email address that you can use. It's engage@keysprimaryacademy.com. And let me see. Yes, here is the email that we would love for you guys to use so that you can stay connected. And then also, there will be a social media rollout as well, because as I've challenged my first students, oh my goodness, I got so emotional the other day. My friend thought I lost my mind. You have no idea how important it is for us to have our dreams, have our visions, and most importantly, act. Get into action. That was an idea that I had, and I got into action. This was an idea that Marketa had, and she got into action. When we're on social media and we're seeing what everybody else is doing, I want you to understand they are not extraordinary. You are extraordinary in your own right, meaning that you can do whatever it is that you put your sweat equity behind to make happen. So I want you guys, oh my goodness, share this video with someone, subscribe on YouTube, make sure if you're in Atlanta area, we need to see you. And how do you actually do that? We want you to look in the comments. There would be an actual link for you to actually click on, or in my bio, because we're on LinkedIn, we're on YouTube, and we're on Twitter. So we challenge all of you guys to stay connected. And you also know that you can follow me on Instagram. Tierra Inspires Me. And then Marketa, if you want to share with them your Instagram.
It is Keita_the_G.
And the G she is, okay? Genuinely an amazing person. So, guys, we could be here all night, but we want to hear from you. If you have any more questions, any more comments, is there something that you want to know about the journey of having an emancipated mindset? And those teachers that are still in the classroom, we want you to understand you can be emancipated in the classroom. We were emancipated in the classroom. So that's why it was so important for us to keep this connection going, because you don't find too many people who think outside of the box and who will go wherever the kids need you to go for them to learn. And I'm going to share this with you. So what I do look forward to at Keys Primary Academy is seeing you teach class wherever. I know you will be the CEO, and well, you are the CEO and the founder, but I know that I can at any time roll up on your school and find you making sure that the children have what they need in an innovative way. I always love that about you. You've taught me so many things. And yeah, we want to hear from you guys. We have about 2 more minutes. Marketa, is there anything else you want to say?
Just thank you, Reed. We've been doing this for a long time, ma'am, and to watch you grow and flourish the way you have has been a tremendous honor. I remember that other Reed, that hot head Reed. So to see the hot head Reed turn into the educational Oprah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I am very proud of you. Yes. A girl.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. I am tactfully hot head now. We are so proud of you. We are so proud of you. And you know what? Listen, ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no river, look, wide enough for me to not do what's right for our children and also for our educators, because you deserve everything. You do. You do. So thank you so much, guys. Please continue to comment. We're gonna wrap this up. But thank you guys. If you're in the Atlanta area, please, please, please follow Tierra Inspires Me. Click the link in the bio, and join us. It's very quaint, and we're going to get down to that negative self-talk so we can make sure that you're emancipated. All right, thank you guys.